Range of motion is something that is very easily misunderstood. It's easy to let your ego get wrapped up in range of motion, and it's easy to think, oh, I'm just going to push my body as far as it can go. Now, there's a big difference between the body going as far as it can and the body going as far as it cannot. Okay, you can take your shoulder some pretty crazy places, but it might not have stability out there. It might not be good for it. Okay? It might not be where it wants to go. It might not be where you want to take it, and that causes an injury. And we see this a lot. People say, well, I want to get more flexible, so I'm pushing past my range of motion. Now, that is not getting more flexible. That is not coaxing the body. That is forcing the body into submission, and it will set you down with pain. The body will set you down with pain. And pain is a signal saying, it is not weakness leaving the body. Pain is a signal saying, stop, something's going wrong, we don't like this, knock it off. Pain is a signal. It says stop. There's something going on here, okay? So keep that in mind. Set your ego aside. Technique is going to be a big, big thing. Moving for you is going to be a big, big thing. Quality movement patterns are always going to become before muscle gain and strength gain. If you try to put muscle gain and strength gain before movement quality, you will end up with an injury, okay? And you will end up without strength and without muscle gain. If you put movement quality first, you get both of those, okay? So put movement quality first, okay? So you can take your shoulder and you can really make it go up and around into these good places, right? These really nice places. But if I have somebody behind me, push on my upper back and pull on this arm as hard as I can to the point where that dips forward and I'm like, yeah, feel a good stretch, feel a good stretch, feel a good stretch. Is that where I want to go? No, that is pushing past your range of motion. You might be able to get there, but that doesn't mean that that's actually your range of motion. So you think of that, all right? It will not matter how much you stretch and how much stuff that we do in here. We cannot solve this fitness and health thing if we're constantly trying to damage the body. Okay, so we have to work smart here. Only work to your range of motion. Don't work past your range of motion. And range of motion isn't where it starts hurting. Range of motion isn't where it starts stretching. Getting to your end range of motion is going to be different from side to side. Okay, you're not trying to drive your body into submission here. Coax it along. If there is a stretch, we're just gonna I don't know, tickle that stretch. We're just gonna kind of get it and then move away from it. But we're not trying to force the body. A lot of people will say, if stretching isn't painful, then you're doing it wrong. No, the other way around. If stretching is painful, you're definitely doing it wrong. We do not want a lot of pain. We don't need to be taking the body we don't really even need to be taking the body to end range. Okay, we don't want to, like I see this a lot where people will throw their arm back in certain drills that we're trying to keep that rib cage down and trying to rotate up and around at the upper back, and they'll throw that arm back. But look what happened. I gave my lower back away, I gave my shoulder away, I gave my neck away, okay, all this thing just to be able to get clear back here. Whereas if I would have done it right and I would have focused on the drill, I would have gotten to there, okay, to there, instead of clear back here. Okay, don't try to go to your end range. Okay, don't try to go past the point of your range of motion. Stay within the confines of where your body is right now, and we'll get that as we go. This is a coaxing. This is going to take a little time. This is a coaxing. Don't try to force the body into submission. Coax it along. Okay, and you're going to be able to get both. If you try to force this thing, you're going to end up with neither muscle gain, nor strength gain, nor any kind of health thing, because you will end up with an injury. If we focus on movement quality first, by working at this thing smart, we will get all of the good stuff. So stick with this thing, take it day by day, but don't try to force your body into submission. Coax it along.